Hey, I'm still alive. I'm here. Welcome to my 13th year on YouTube, and all I'm doing is thinking about BrickLink right now. So I had to get off of Instagram. I kind of like, I think I'm really just, uh, I don't know. I've been looking at BrickLink statistic. I discovered something I never would have discovered otherwise. I want to talk about it in this video. But yeah, 13 years ago today, I uploaded my first video on this channel. Not my first video on YouTube, but my first on this channel. Hello, Jason Robinson, for joining. I haven't been doing very many live streams at all recently. Hey, Dotu Bricks, DOTU Bricks. Thank you. Hey, Balaban channel. And I had to get myself out of a mental rut right now because I've been thinking about this thing on BrickLink with them shutting down in 35 countries. That's what the last video was on. Hey, Brian's Brick Barn, thank you. Hello, Lego Freak. Lego Freak always here. Always here. Thank you. Anytime I do a live stream, I can count on Lego Freak. Never sleeps. Hello, Double King. One day I'm going to get down there to Atlanta Brick. Hello, Bobby's Bricks and Blocks. Man, this is just, I literally just decided to do this a couple of minutes ago. I was in a chat with the A Full Podcast. Hey, Brick Trains, Joey. Hey, Shane McQueen from Canada. Stu Ayers Craft Factory. And I'm using my front-facing camera, which I never use, which is a little distracting. So I hope I'm looking at you, but most of the time I'll be looking like this. You still got the tipper truck parts. Okay. Yeah, I got to come down there, get those, make a purchase or something. Let's see here. Oh, used to work at Costco. Why do I not remember? I used to shop at Costco. Hello, Mark. So the whole BrickLink shutting down in all these countries, I mean, people are up in arms. I think the biggest thing is that people say it's a third of the world's when we cut off from Lego. And, a lot of that is in India. I don't know how many people are in India. I haven't looked at the number. I'm pretty sure it's around 1 billion. You know how many people are on BrickLink in India? Does anybody care to guess how many users are on BrickLink in India? And again, I don't know why they got to close it down for the buyers, other than the tax collecting purposes, laws in those countries with the shipping. I don't know. Says, it's me, Justin. When you saw me there a couple of times. Oh, okay. You worked at the front end before. The one in Kennesaw? Is it in Kennesaw? Is that the one you're talking about? I don't know why I don't remember. I am very old. I am a lot older than when I started doing YouTube. So I was looking at the Sherwood Park. I never heard of it. Never heard of Sherwood Park, Costco. Who do you think I am? Or even my memory is very bad. So I think I can flip the camera around. So this is, I'm looking on my computer. Hey, dude, Jude. And this is users on BrickLink. We fight for the users. Hello, Spacetime Brick Studios. Great creator of custom brickheads, including Star Trek. So BrickLink started in USA, and there's 550,522 users in USA. And then, you got your usual suspects, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, Netherlands. But this one, the Vietnam. So Vietnam, so this is what got me to just spiraling here. Vietnam has 58,188 users. 58,188 users of BrickLink. You know how many stores are in Vietnam? I talked about that in my video. Does anybody remember how many stores are in Vietnam? Brick Train says it's import, export fees, and taxes. Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of these countries. And I think they don't have, in their half-hearted response, I mean, I don't think BrickLink handled it right, which when I say BrickLink, I mean Lego, handled this news correctly. They have under 100. That's correct, Joey. They're in Dujude's closer. There's probably only 3 real stores in Vietnam. There's 11. There's 11 registered sellers in Vietnam. They got 58,188 users, and there are like hundreds that just registered today. All right. So when I'm going to click on Vietnam, and let me turn around. I'm turning it back around. So this is my little thing that I found that got me wondering. Yeah, all these accounts opening how is it that there's this many accounts? And I'm going to go here and sort. I got sort by feedback rating. All right. So the highest is this 477 I think this is a seller. I don't know. Maybe not. There's a 211 feedback, a 183, a 170, 127. It doesn't take long. You get down to the 8th person and you're under 100 feedback. Let's see how many pages before we get to 0 feedback. 4. We're down to 3. Page 5, we're down to 2. Page 6, these people have 2. So a lot of people, oh man. All right, there's the ones. So, do you know what my point is? How do you have this many users, but there's no transactions? It's probably less than, and again, not everybody leaves feedback, but the transactions are probably in the hundreds. It's like, what is the reason for that? Are there just a lot of people that like using BrickLink as a resource? And you'll still be able to do that. So all these countries that will be losing the ability to buy, and that's it. Brick's bar. It seems fishy. It seems very fishy. I was like, are these the spam accounts, fraudulent accounts? Is it easier for people using a Vietnam-based account? They can say they're in Vietnam and they're not actually in Vietnam. That's also possible. I guess. I don't know how it works. It's been 25 years since I registered for BrickLink, so I don't really know the process right now. But that's crazy that there's only 7 people that even have 100 feedback. So we'll go to a much smaller country. Let me see if I can just randomly find one. Oh, I got to go way back. All right, so let's go to. So United Emirates is one of the ones that's going to be going away. Now Thailand. So Thailand's 2,000. Let's see what it looks like in Thailand. Thailand's where one of my favorite stores is, BrickTsar. He's got a large selection. Okay, let's sort by feedback rating. BrickTsar probably at the top. Guarantee you. Yep, BrickTsar right there. He's got he's close to 50,000 feedback. Oh, I guess that. All right, so it doesn't take long, and you're down to the hundreds in feedback in Thailand. But again, there's only 2,000 registered users. So I'm on the second page, and we're still in the hundreds. So I have to go to the third page before you get somebody that has less than 100 feedback in Thailand. But they only got 2,194 users, registered users. Again, not everybody that's a registered user is going to be buying. Um, and then I guess there's people that can use BrickLink without even registering. I don't know how that's measured. I mean, you can go to bricklink.com, but if you want to save anything, you gotta register. But yeah, what's up with Vietnam? Is this why they're like? Is it not worth like that's taking up a lot of bandwidth of the servers for BrickLink, but they're not doing anything. They're not making any money. And again, like if I was running a website and I had 58,000 people, that takes doesn't that take resources to go there? Okay, Balban, no. I don't know who you think I am. And I don't know, maybe you're just trolling me. I think you're probably just trolling me at this point. You know I haven't been there. You know I've you know you haven't met me. Maybe you're one of the who do you think I am? Like you see my picture, you see who I am. Like and I've never even been to Edmonton. Um so uh I've been to Toronto. And I've been see, where else in Canada have I been? Niagara Falls. Well, I've never been to Edmonton. I've never been to Edmonton, so you've never seen me there. I've never been to, where was that place you said? Uh, I yeah, you do wanna visit Canada because that's where the good side of Niagara Falls is. It's in Canada. And, one of the shows that we watch, Tracker, it's funny. I like watching Tracker. It's got a Green Arrow in it. Anybody else watch Tracker with Green Arrow? Um, but, um, Tracker is mostly filmed in Canada, but it's about all his, uh, rescue operation in, uh going to rescue people in the United States. So it's always funny when they try to make places in Canada look at different areas of the United States. It's it's I love doing that. It's like back when they used to film Dukes of Hazzard in California. So one episode of Tracker they were in Texas with all those mountains in Texas. But they did find an area in Canada that had the kind of a desert feel to it, because there's a lot of places that have little vegetation, I guess, in Canada. Um, but then they'll be in Nebraska or they've been all over allegedly the United States. But they get all those close ups. They find a town that kind of has a feel, or a portion of a town that has a feel of a small town in the United States, and that's where they film it. So it's neat because they do the same thing here in Georgia. They film movies and TV shows, but they'll be based in another area. So it's always funny seeing, like, especially when it's places I'm familiar with here in Georgia, and seeing it in movies that aren't really based in Georgia. So you may want to see another country that won't be able to use BrickLink as a buyer. I got to go back to the list here. So let's look at Argentina. Hi, Simon. Um, yeah, that's a good question, Joey. Does Lego themselves do business in those countries? Yes, I am a Braves fan, Doug. That is true. I am a lifelong Braves fan, or as long as I've liked baseball. I kind of started watching baseball in 1980. I did go to a Braves game with a friend of mine from school who got tickets. We went and saw the Braves play in the 70s. I remember he was all excited because he wanted to see Pete Rose. That was like they were playing whichever team Pete Rose played for then. Might have been the Reds because I think it was before Pete Rose played with the Phillies. But that was the first game I went to. But I had no interest in baseball then. But yeah, I've been Braves fan forever. Yeah, back in the day, and it's like the generation now doesn't have any concept of this, but the Braves and the Cubs and the Mets were the teams across the country that you had more of an opportunity of seeing. But the Braves were by far I think with this superstation they were in more markets than even the Cubs. So a lot of people around the earth, around the United States watched the Braves. Yeah, I'm a Dirty Bird fan. Oh my goodness, the Falcons always stink. It's like death and taxes. Falcons stink. And it's sad because I follow the Falcons Instagram page, and it's so sad. They still post, but it's like, yeah, they post somebody scored a touchdown, but yeah, we still lost, or they still lost. All right, so I want to look at another location that's getting deleted. Let's see. I was a little bit too hard. Oh yeah, Del Murphy. I can tell you, this is the Braves lineup at one point. All right, hold on. Wait, I gotta think. Brett Butler, batting leadoff. Glenn Hubbard, second baseman, batted second. Claudell Washington, right fielder, batted third. And then it would change sometimes, but it would usually be Murphy, Del Murphy, who originally started out as a catcher, but he was center fielder. He bat fourth. Bob Horner, the third baseman, batted fifth. Chris Chambliss, the first baseman, batted sixth. And then Rafael Ramirez was the shortstop. He batted seventh. And then Bruce Benedict would be the usual catcher. Sometimes Biff Pocoroba would be the eighth. And then, of course, the pitcher would hit back then. It's weird how that era is locked in my brain, but I couldn't tell you half the players from last season. But when I was a kid and I got into baseball, I watched it so religiously that I can still remember their main lineup. And we were so sad when Brett Butler went to the Giants. He was one of our favorite players. We only got him for like a year or something. Don't do football. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to look at Greenland because this is one I saw Sands talk about. So Greenland had no representation as far as stores. What continent is Greenland? Is Greenland Europe? Oh my God, I'm terrible at geography. It's not. Is it? Why is Greenland under is it North America? This right here is under North America. There are 23 users in Greenland. All right, let's see who's the busiest one. Who's the busiest user in Greenland? It's MGK with 54 feedback. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 8 people, it stinks for them. Oh, that is sad. See, I'm terrible at geography. And I'll go over here. Let's see. I don't even know why I need to look at Bosnia. There's no reason to look at Bosnia. So yeah, Vietnam's the one that surprised me. I tell you another one that does stink. Actually, no. Let's go to it's on here in India. In India on this list. Why do I not see? There it is. India. Let's look at India. You know, that's in Asia, right? India, Asia, India. There it is. 4,412 users in India. Yeah, highest feedback rating. And again, this is not what you measure a person's worth by, is their feedback rating. But this Brick Bonanza, this is going to be the person that is the biggest one affected by BrickLink shutting down operations in India. And then a few more. So they got more, they actually got better representation. No, proportionally to the number of actual users, it's better than Vietnam, but to the population, it's not, because so many people in India, but nobody's using. I mean, you only got 4,000 users. But again, if somebody, yeah, I don't know the import laws for I messed up for India. Um, this is not the way to celebrate 13 years on YouTube, is it? I can't wait for the next Breaking News podcast with Alex and Jason. It's like every week. That's what I live for. Is the Tuesday when they post their podcasts over there. I actually don't watch as much YouTube as I used to, but I'm on it all the time. I'm like responding to comments or doing research or watching sports highlights. I guess that's technically watching videos, and then I still watch the science stuff. Battery powered bricks. Hey Brian, I saw your fantasy thumbnail. I haven't watched the video yet, but it's intriguing. I saw the ball contraption thing, so I'm hoping it's good. I haven't watched your video yet, but I want to see that. Just got a message from Alex on the April podcast, breaking news chat there. 1.4 billion people in India. Wow. That's crazy. So, this is another thing. I don't think, and I may be wrong on this. If I am, just let me know. But when I look at BrickOwl, and this is one of the reasons I don't. Well, there's a couple reasons I don't like BrickOwl. One is every seller on there has the exact same inventory on BrickOwl as they do on BrickLink. It's like it's just another place. Maybe there's people that use BrickOwl. So, but I don't like that because it's. I don't think you should ever list the same product on multiple websites. Like if you got, and I've had it where I've bought stuff from people and they're like, "Oh, I don't have it anymore," and I'm like, "Do you really, or did it just sell on another website?" And you forgot to delete it from this one. Now they use some of those sellers. They use software that checks the inventory and matches them, and they end up paying a fee for that. But yeah, I don't like that. Just choose a website or choose a platform and go with it. But also, I don't like the interface on BrickOwl. But the thing I wanted you to, if anybody knows, because I don't know, because I don't use BrickOwl that much, but I just have a feeling that BrickOwl gets its information from BrickLink. And we may have talked about this on the A4 podcast. Joey knows API stuff and all that, but if BrickOwl is getting their information from BrickLink, if something happens to BrickLink, what's BrickOwl going to do? Because they've kind of taken the lazy approach, in my opinion. It's like BrickLink was built on the backs of people like some of the higher users, people that used it a lot, not necessarily as sellers or even buyers, just people that added the information. Back in the day, that was all just volunteer contributions that people did and people that cared, because it was such a good resource and still is a good resource, even though Lego may be trying to mess it up. But Lego's got to follow their corporate stuff. When you're just a small company, you're not worried about the profit. You're just wanting to have this tool that other fellow fans can use. That's what has kept BrickLink going for so long. But I feel like if something happened to BrickLink, I mean, everybody's so snarky about BrickLink that there's, we're leaving BrickLink and we're going to go to whatever else, I guess is BrickOwl. But it's like, BrickLink goes away, your BrickOwl might not be there either, because they're not going to have anywhere to steal all the information from. Who's going to be uploading the set inventories when that goes away? So, yeah, it's just something to think about. And Brian, I hope they don't mess up BrickLink. And I think messing it up for a few users is one thing. Um, the other thing I've said is like I'm worried that if they cave to the uproar of people, like again, I don't understand why you can't just leave it where people can buy, other than something to do with taxes and laws and stuff. But um, it, there's such an uproar, and it's affecting a few hundred stores, maybe 100 stores in those 35 countries total, um, and a- it is affecting tens of thousands of users. It's not millions of users. It's not hundreds of thousands of users. It's tens of thousands, I think, of users. Um, and I did this on the video. I'll show everybody again what I did. Let me go back to that's extreme close up, extreme close. um, I forgot how to do it. I don't want to. I'm going to dox myself. Um, sellers. We go to sellers, and you can do it by continent, by country, and so yeah. So like I can what off the top of my head. Let's see. Indonesia was one of them. 106 sellers. 106 registered sellers. I don't even know if they have stores. But the funniest and the saddest one was Bosnia. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Um, oh, there's 4 today. They must have. Ah, this is interesting. So when I looked at it yesterday, there was only 1, but of course these don't ship to me. So something I must have been doing something wrong. But let's look at the one that this one. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want to click. I want to click on the store. Oh, it's just oh, these are just users, the sellers. How do I get to their store from here? I'm just searching by location. I got to go back to find stores. Oh well, I'm bored myself now. I've talked myself off the ledge. Let's come back. But anyway, that seller in Bosnia, he had 14 parts. I'm like, that's going to be devastating for the economy of Bosnia when those 14 parts can't be sold. I mean, this is what people are up in arms about. It's like the countries that it's really affecting are Brazil. Brazil has some people that are very active, and I don't know how, but again, Brazil's kind of has some issues too. And then what was the other one? There was one other one. If I look at the list, so we had Brazil, South Africa was another one. Um, but anyway, here I am in my basement, not reading books. I have not done very many videos this year, not a video every day. I've not done many live streams at all. This is probably like the second or third one the whole year. But I just wanted to get on here for a few minutes and rant about BrickLink. um, and I apparently have an unpopular opinion. It's like there can be sometimes things are polarizing where there's 2 sides. This one appears to only have 1 side. There's only one opinion that's correct, and if you have anything that's not 100% in line with the opinion, you're an idiot, which is me. I'm the idiot right now. And it's not that I'm not even on Lego Group side. Hey, Juice Wayne, thank you for that. Thanks for catching oh yeah. I'm gonna put my finger in front of the camera. I don't usually use the front-facing camera here. Oh, I'm laughing because of Earl's comment, and I did think about it. So, did anybody watch Sitting on a Stoop podcast with Fritz Bricks? I watched that whole thing today, and he was talking about Whatnot, and Whatnot is just it's still it's a puzzle to me. I understand what's going on. Hello, King Chaos. Okay, you don't have to keep saying. This is why you need timeouts in the amount of times that people can comment. All right, do it one more time. Okay. But what was I? Oh, I forgot what I was saying because I'm old. What was I talking about? Man, it was just like 3 seconds ago. Oh well. I'll figure it out one day. But here I am, not knowing. Oh, the podcast. I was talking about the podcast. Oh yeah. Watch watch in Whatnot. Yes. So Whatnot is just like this mystery because it's like I watched 3 hours of a woman selling Lego on Whatnot, and apparently I guess they get these pallets of damaged Lego boxes. I don't know where these people get this stuff, but yeah, she went through like 300 sets on Whatnot, and they were getting what I would call mostly reasonable prices, but some of them I'm like, you can go buy that new and it's not in a smash box right now. But it's a different market. Those people that were buying that are not on BrickLink. They're not probably even using Lego.com. So it has that market. So that was more of like reasonable. But when I look at what people pay, it's like, why? Why? And you had to wait till that point. And again, this is not a knock on anybody selling on Whatnot, not a knock on anybody buying. It's just that I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And it's like it's the way to do things. It's like I just realized today I'm doing everything wrong. I need to take those comic books that Earl was talking about, and I just need to get set up on Whatnot, get organized, and figure out a system. The problem is, like, I can see the Lego sellers that do it good. Like Fritz Bricks, I didn't even watch any of his auctions, and just listening to him, I'm like, yeah, I understand what he's talking about, and it's why he's good at it, and he does it the right way. And I've watched M&R Productions do his Whatnot streams. I get it, and that's the way they should be done. But when I go watch some of these others, it's like it is painful. It is painful, and I don't, and that's who I'm afraid I would be if I tried doing a Whatnot stream. It'd be like this stream. It'd be painful. Thank you, Jelly John. Thank you for all the support too, Jelly John. But that's the way to sell stuff today. It's like people are going for 0 to 1,000, selling on Whatnot, and it's like I'm sitting here, like I got my BrickLink store. It's 700,000 parts, but I just need to focus on minifigures like they do on Whatnot, I guess. I've missed a lot of comments. Fritz Bricks, yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, and so that's the other thing. It's like, I'm looking at it as JM Clam says that there's not deals. It's like it's hard to find deals. Now you can win stuff if a seller does a giveaway. There's that possibility. I've never. I don't think I've ever won. I enter giveaways when I see them, but yeah, it's a good way to engage with people. And the woman that I watched today, again, it's somebody who's their main focus isn't Lego. They're just I guess they're an eBay seller, and they have a warehouse or something, and but they kept the stream going, like there were a couple of times they had to step away for a second. Something came up, but it's like, but I've seen some, and I'm like, I click on the stream, and I'm like, it's like this is the stream. Is there something for sale somewhere? I'm like, what's going on? And there's some music playing in the background, and all of a sudden there'll be a set just sitting over there, or there'll be a whole bunch of sets in a minifigure. Yeah. But I don't want to be that guy. But I just realized, man, I could make. I should say I can make. These sellers are making more in a day than I make in a year on BrickLink. So I'm doing it the wrong way. But I just don't know if I have the stamina to get on there. Well, anyway, that is, man. I don't know where I was going with all this, but this is y'all have been my therapy session for today. So thank you everybody that got on here. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. But thank you for supporting the channel for 13 years. I think Mardi Gras Man's been there almost the whole time. And some of my oldest comments go back to Mardi Gras Man 23, who we do the A-Fool podcast. If you don't know, I don't know how you don't know. But I will continue plugging along at this crap, giving you the crap videos that you expect. And so one of the things I've been working on is I built the helicarrier. So this is a kind of a preview. Why is this? Oh, how do I zoom back out? There we go. So I got the helicarrier built. Does anybody know the story behind this? So the helicarrier is something my son started building 10 years ago. He got one of these on there and then he quit. He'd built the main part here and then one of the little fans and then he quit. And it's set unbuilt or uncompleted that whole time. And then about 3 or 4 days ago, I finally decided I need to know if this thing's complete. There was one piece that had broken. Somebody had kicked it. He had it laying on the floor in his room and it got kicked or something at one point. It was a little dusty. So I took it completely apart. So all the work that he had done, I just took it completely apart and then I rebuilt it. Actually, there was only one part. The only part that was missing was the part that broke. I had a couple of parts I thought were missing, and I went and got them out of my BrickLink store. And then when I got done, I had those parts extra. So they were there. I just didn't find them when I was building. But one thing I learned, you're looking at the back of them. That's Sir Topham hat. That's Iron Man. That's an $82 minifigure. It's ridiculous. But these are HO scale. So the little statue figures in these little sets are not HO scale. They're smaller. They're like N scale. But yeah, I was going to do a video on this, set it on the table, and then I didn't. So there you go. Anyway, I think I'm going to go before I mess up again. Thanks for watching. I got to clean these shelves. I got to do a lot of stuff. I got to sell the comic books. What are the things I've been saying I need to do for the last 13 years? Organize the basement. Build all the vintage sets. Finish the tipper trucks. But that's what you come back for, right? To see what else I've not done. So we will continue to shrug along in this mess, this basement. Thank you so again, everybody that joined for this impromptu live stream. And I'll be back again tomorrow in another video. At least I said more than BrickTsar this time. Anyway, thank you guys, and have a good night. And I forgot how to end this. See you guys.